Welcome back to FM Storey. We're approaching the midway point of season 12, how I say we're sporting, and our recent form has probably been our worst for a couple of seasons. It may be that we've moved too many first team players on too close together. We are still top of the table, but we've certainly got some work to do if we want to finish in the top 8 of the league phase of the Champions League. So without further ado, let's get straight into the action. We're into the middle of January. We've got a big TAC de Portugal game coming up at home to Benfica. Things have gone okay on the pitch since the last episode. Certainly domestically it's been a bit better than in Europe. We started off with a 1-1 draw away at Milan. They opened the scoring in the first half. We equalised in the second half. We really were not at the races, just not good enough at all. We were then at home to Chavez in the league. We won 5-1. Again, we didn't start well. They took the lead. We equalised. First half, we were pretty poor. We'd picked a rotated team because of the games we had coming up. And had to bring the experienced players on at half-time to get the result. We then went away to Boavista in the second of the Allianz Cup group games. And ended up eventually coming away with a pretty comfortable 3-1 victory, which saw us through to the semi-final where we play against AC Viseu at the end of the month. We then, in the previous round of the TAC de Portugal, were away at Maritimo, and basically this was a much better performance. We were 4-0 up at half-time. They pulled a goal back with sort of 10 minutes left, and we added a fifth in injury time, but a really comfortable 5-1 victory. We were then at home to Rio Ave in the league, and again, the performance wasn't there. It was a pretty comfortable victory because they didn't create an awful lot, but we should have been much better. And basically what we've learned is that the 4-2-4 formation wasn't working. So for the game against Firenze, we went back to the 4-2-3-1, and it seemed to work a lot better. Kylian Mbappe ended up scoring all 5 of the goals, and we did move him through the middle in the second half rather than being wide left, and he seemed to be even better through the middle than he was wide left, so we might be looking at him starting through the middle against Benfica. What it all means, after the draw against Milan in the Champions League, we're in 15th spot with 2 games left. It's going to be very difficult to make it into the top 8, if not practically impossible. We've got games against Sevilla and Villarreal left, who are both in the top 24 at the moment. So it looks like we're going to be playing in the playoff round rather than getting through to the round of 16. And as far as the league's concerned, we are top with 3 points clear of Vitória Guimarães, but we've got a game in hand on them. We're 12 points clear of Porto, but they've got a game in hand on us. And we're 13 points clear of Benfica, who've played the same number of games. So we're in a pretty decent position. We just need to make sure we don't have any more games like the defeat we had against Estoril. And then obviously we're looking to make it into the semi-final of the TAC de Portugal, which we'll do if we beat Benfica coming up next. So we've made one change going into the cup game against Benfica. We have gone with Kylian Mbappe through the middle with Vita Hurdy from the left, which is playing from the right, Arda Güler in behind Mbappe, which means that Goossens drops down to the bench. Hopefully we can perform better against Benfica than we did in the league. Although we did draw that game, so it wasn't too bad. We just weren't really at the races in terms of taking chances. We created loads of chances, loads of shots, just didn't convert them. Not much happening in the opening 10 minutes here. In fact, halfway through the first half and we've not had a highlight yet. I mean, we've had 14 shots, 4 of which are on target, but yet there's not been a highlight good enough to show. I mean, obviously not a very good game. And they haven't really provided much of an attacking threat. Obviously, we're going to need to be careful in the second half that we won't get caught on the counter, but we just have to try and create some chance. Wow, we're getting some highlights now. Nianzu to Roldan, Kamara bringing it forward to Roldan, who loses it, but manages to somehow win it back into Hurdy. Now they've cleared again. We're just not clicking at the moment. Arda, someone kept the ball. Kamara into Simic, Arda, Mbappe onto Hurdy, looking for Arda through the middle. Hurdy gets into the box, and Mbappe's offside. Surely he was offside there. I mean, we'll take it, but somehow Hurdy managed to catch them dwelling on the ball. I mean, Mbappe's clearly in front of Hurdy, clearly in front of the ball there. Corner for them. Roldan gets his head to it. Nianzu plays it looking for Mbappe. But it's going to come back at us here. Oh. I feel like we got away with one there. Cabrera in the box. Goes down. We have a soft one, but Mbappe to step up. Puts it in the bottom corner. 2-0. And that's us through to the semi-finals. Right in the bottom corner, you don't save those. And there we have it. Not the best of performances, but we got the job done. Got through to the next round. And we just need to build on these results and start finding some of those performances that we've seen in the last couple of seasons. We've made it to the end of January and the Allianz Cup semi-final against AC Viseu. We've had a strange time since the game against Benfica in the Taça de Portugal. We went away to Maritimo in the league and somehow managed to lose the game. We were at home to Sevilla in the Champions League and tried our best to throw it away. We were 1-0 down. We were 2-1 up. We scored an own goal, but we managed to pick up a win. Just to give us an outside hope of finishing in the top 8 of the Champions League to get the bye past the playoff round of the knockout. We were then at home to Gil Vicente in the league, where we played a fairly rotated team and managed to come away with a comfortable 4-1 victory despite going behind fairly early on. And then we were at home to Villarreal, where we knew we needed to win, and we needed to win big to have any chance of getting into the top 8 to avoid the next round. At one point we were out on goal difference, but that was with teams to play on Wednesday. That all ended when they got a goal in injury time. As far as the Champions League is concerned, we actually finished 12th in the league phase, which is one of our worst finishes in the Champions League since it went to the league phase stage. In fact, it might even be our worst. So it's our worst finish in the league phase since 2026-2027. So worst for 7 years, 7 seasons, where we finished in 12th at that point, and that was before we won the Champions League. As far as the league's concerned, we're 3 points clear of Vitória Guimarães at the top. We've got a game in hand on them. We're 10 points clear of Benfica, Braga, Estoril, and we're 11 points clear of Porto. So it's looking like Vitória Guimarães is going to be the closest team that we have to play. We do have to play them again in the league, so it'll be important that we win the game in hand just to give us a nice cushion just in case we don't manage to do anything against them. In terms of performance-wise, I mean, we've got a goal difference of plus 53. We've got 2 of the top 3 goal scorers. We've got the top average ratings. We've got the top assists. We have done some business during January in terms of outgoings mainly. So we sold Ruben Alonso to Galatasaray. We sold Tommy Lane to Newcastle. And we're currently working on a swap deal where Antoni Bastida The holding midfield is going to leave us, and we're looking to bring Vitor Roque back from Stuttgart. This is the team we've picked for the game against ACVG. We've got Celcinho in goal. Benavides has played the last couple of games instead of Nianzou. We've got to have the 221 players, so it's Miguel Ferreira and Hugo Vaz. Arda is injured, so Botic is going to play from the right. Houston's in behind the front man. Herdy from the left, and Mbappe through the middle. And hopefully we've got enough about us here to be able to win this game pretty comfortably. Alatabi, Houston's Vaz bring forward. Ferreira's got it back. Looks to Mbappe, but the defender cuts it out. Benavides into Ferreira again. This time finds Botic. It hit Mbappe, who I think was offside. Houston's has scored. So Ferreira lifts it forward. Botic nods it down. Mbappe is just offside. It hits him and falls to Houston. Camera wins it. Sets Mbappe clear. Dinks it over the keeper. And there we have it, 1-0 up. And just what we deserve, I think, given when you look at the way the game's gone so far. Camera just steps out of the defence, lifts the ball over their centre half. Mbappe's touch allows him to take it in his stride. And then just give the keeper no chance. Botic turns it back. Vaz into Herdy. Alatabi down the left hand side. Into Gusens in the box. He's onside. Keeper probably should have done better, but he did take it first time, and that's just 2-0 up. And 2 goals in very quick succession there. Herdy plays it out to Alatabi, takes a touch, slides it down the line, and Gusens into the box, hits it, and the keeper just wasn't ready for it. But Gusens with a free kick. Benavides gets the loose ball. Ferreira to Kamara. Vaz into Mbappe in the box. 3-0. And that surely must just about seal it. I know we've got the best part of an hour left, but rip them apart there. Mbappe's speed to get into the box, and then that finish. Kamara into Alatabi. Back to Kamara. Vaz. Benavides striding forward. Slides it into Botic. Surely that was onside. Yeah. They're giving centre halves a lot of time on the ball. Benavides just strides forward, slides it behind the centre half. Botic takes a touch, smashes it past the keeper, and there we have it, 4-0, half time. And it's a game where we've really kind of hit our straps. Some of the games this month we've really kind of struggled to take the chances that we're creating, but this game we've had 19 shots, 10 of them on target. That's been the big problem, getting enough shots on target, and we've scored 4 of them. Just need to not do anything stupid in the second half, and we're through to yet another Allianz Cup final. But they've the loose ball. That was far too easy of a turn. Benavides cuts it out. Ferreira goes long for Botic into the box, and he applies the finish. And it might very well be a case of us putting them off on the counter attack in the second half. They've come out a lot more attacking than they were in the first half. Botic just gets that long ball first, cuts into the box on the angle, and then fires it past the keeper. 5-0. And then they go long, straight to Benavides. Bassioli's on the right hand side looking for Botic. squares it for Hurdy, gets the goal, 6-0. And I think, given the way the second half's gone, this is a bit harsh on SCVSU. They've definitely been the better team in the second half. We've just picked them off a couple of times on the counter. It's a lovely ball by Botic, and Hurdy, just the first time finish, into the far corner. And we've got another Kamara from the corner. I mean, we were definitely much better in the first half than we've been in the second half, but we've managed to score 3 goals unanswered in the second half as well. Corner to the far post. Kamara heads it back where it came from. And that's 7-0. And it's full time. And we're through to yet another Allianz Cup final. It's a good way to keep the form rolling on. We just need to make sure that we keep putting in these decent performances, and we need to look a bit more solid at the back when we come against some of the better teams, particularly when we get back into the Champions League. Once we get into the knockout stages of that, we're going to need to be a lot better at the back. But we've won a semi-final. We've got another chance for another trophy. Can't really knock that. And there we are at the end of another episode. Things ended the episode better than certainly where they started. We're not as good this season as we have been in the previous 2 or 3 seasons. Certainly league-wise, I mean, we've lost 2 games this season. It's 3 or 4 seasons since we've lost that number of games. We are 3 points clear with a game in hand, so that's okay. We've not made it out of into the top 8 of the Champions League, so we're going to have to play an extra round from what we have done for the last 6 or 7 seasons. We were into the semi-finals of the Taça de Portugal. We were playing Chavez, and we've made it through to the final of the Allianz Cup, where we're either going to be playing Chavez or Vitória Guimarães. So overall, still in a strong position, just nowhere near as good a position as we have been at this point in the last 3 seasons. We're still trying to get this team to gel together, I think, particularly defensive midfield. But we've got plenty to look forward to with the Champions League, the Taça de Portugal, the Allianz Cup, and also the chance of winning yet another title. It would be the 11th season in a row we've won a title. So join us next time to see how we get on. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.